guys, Shawn here. Thanks for tuning back in. I've got another pedal to show you. This one is the Pettyjohn iron overdrive pedal. There it is there. It's based on one side of the Pettyjohn Pettydrive pedal, which was a fabulous pedal. This one's obviously a smaller enclosure, so it's going to be quite a bit more pedal board friendly, and of course jacks on the top, which is great. The way it's set up is it's got four controls. You've got your level control on the top left, which is basically the output of the pedal overall. You've got your drive control, which controls the amount of gain or overdrive that the pedal is capable of. The tone circuit is actually a high cut circuit, so it's a little more subtle, but it works really great. And then it also has a mix setting, which allows you to mix back in about 60% of your natural guitar tone, which I really enjoyed using that to get some tones dialed in. Now it's got two three-way toggle switches on it. The switch on the top is basically a low-cut three-way switch, so it's gonna basically help you dial the pedal to play nicely with whatever amp you're using. It could be a boomy amp, it could be a brighter amp, and it basically gets you set up well with whatever amp you're using. Now they do have a clip switch, three-way toggle, three different types of clipping. In the upper position, it's asymmetrical silicon diode switching, which is gonna, diode clipping, which is gonna sound more like a tube amp, tube style kind of overdrive. It'll be a little more compressed. In the center is the red LED style clipping, which is going to be more open and a little bit less compressed. And then down is going to be your symmetrical MOSFET style clipping, which is going to be very smooth and a little bit more compressed. Works really well. I ended up using, for the most part, the red LED because it just sounded so open. But it's to each his own. If you want smoother, if you want it to be more tube-like, a little more compression, a little less compression, this pedal is very natural feeling. So obviously the pedal is true bypass. It also has an amazing power section that's power doublers, so it's going to allow you to use a power supply anywhere from 9 to 18 volts, which is going to get doubled, so you'll be anywhere from 18 to 36 volts. For demo purposes, I kept it at 9 volts and it sounded fabulous. Use higher voltage, it's going to sound even better. So yeah, without further yammering on, let's check out this Pettyjohn iron overdrive. Okay, you guys, let's look at this Pettyjohn iron pedal. I'm going to use my PRS SE245 hollow. It's got 5815 humbuckers in it. I'm going to use my divided by 13 FTR 37 amp. Here is the amp and guitar sound. And here is the iron. So right now I've got it dialed up on kind of a just, I would say a milder overdrive. It's using, right now I've got it set up with the red LED clipping, which is going to be the most open clipping. That's in the center position on that clip switch. What I like about this pedal is it seems subtle in how it dials. Like if you try to just sweep, say, the tone from right to left, it's not going to be this huge dramatic difference. But what I found is a lot of overdrives, when they do have this massive difference from left to right, say in the tone circuit, all of a sudden there's only one spot that actually works and then the rest of it's unusable. Whereas it seems like with this box, it's already kind of in its sweet spot and you're just doing subtle changes to basically match it up with your amp or guitar that you're using. So, like say this sound right here, that's a pretty killer overdrive, but say you want it to be smoother, well, you could move really quick by just throwing it into the MOSFET style clipping or the symmetrical clipping, which would be down position on that clip switch. And right away, now it's smoother. And there's a little bit less gain there, or maybe perceived gain, so you can turn up the drive a little bit. So just throwing that switch is giving you, you know, a completely new tone. I personally enjoyed playing it the most in the center position because it was just super open. And as you can hear it, it rolled off really nice. It just sounded great rolled off. Okay, enough screwing around with that. Let's look at basically just the amount of drive you have. Now, you know, it would take me forever to kind of roll all this through in every single setting of the clipping stages, so I'm just going to leave it in the center for now just to kind of give you an idea of what's going on with it. So enough gain there on tap, and also this amp is dialed really clean, so keep that in mind. If you wanted more overdrive, you could definitely hit the amp harder. Okay, so that's kind of the sweep. I would say it's, you know, it's medium gain. It's not super high gain, but it's plenty on tap. Now let's look at the tone circuit. Now this isn't your typical tone circuit where you turn to the right and you get way more treble and turn to the left. It's more of kind of a high cut circuit, and it is very subtle. But once again, I liked it because it's why this box sounds so open and organic. Okay, so there it's obviously cutting no top end. So it's great if you got a really bright amp or say a slightly bright guitar, that's going to give you those subtle kind of nuanced changes that'll get you the sounds that you want to achieve. Now on the mix side, it's blending up to 60% of your guitar back into the circuit. So I'm just going to roll that right to left. And once again, it's fairly subtle, but you definitely hear it. So right there you hear a lot of low end coming back. And obviously more gain. Now right there you're getting a little bit less gain, and it's becoming a little more transparent, maybe a little bit less low end. once again, I found that really, really useful when I was dialing in sounds. I usually kept it kind of somewhere in the middle and thought it worked really well. Now the low cut, it's kind of the same thing. It's subtle, but as you try different clipping, like if, say we wanted to go smoother. Actually, let's go ahead and do the asymmetrical silicon, which is up. So here's LED. You can hear right away it's a little more kind of tubey, not quite as bright up top, maybe not quite as open, but definitely feels more tubey. Now here's the low cut. So that's the down position. Middle. Upper position. And that's really there to just, once again, make the amp play nice with the pedal, or I should say the opposite, the pedal play nice with your amp, depending on what type of circuit you have. It could be a boomier circuit, or it could be a less boomy circuit. Once again, it's subtle, but it's very, very useful. So that's pretty much it, man. That's the Pettyjohn iron, fabulous sounding pedal. If you've got any questions, by all means, go to the website and ask away. They're super good at getting back with you and letting you know what's going on. Thanks again, as always, for checking out my videos, and yeah, stay tuned for the next one. Should be pretty soon. All right, guys. Thanks.